Hello, I'm Ashley Adamson, and I'm going to take you on a walk around the neighborhood that I've been in for the past week. And now I'm about to head over to Seattle because I'm moving there. That's the news. Is I'm changing locations again. Last year, I said I was moving to America because I was living in Berlin, and now I'm in Thailand, saying I'm going to move to Seattle. So that's the plan, Stan, and we're sticking to it. Check out this temple. Yeah, so I guess like what I was going to make this video about is just like some reflections and some things that I've learned while I've been out here in Thailand, and kind of like sharing that with you because life is fluid, it's dynamic, it's interesting, and maybe there's some personal development we can squeeze in there, right? So I think one of the main things that I've kind of the first thing that I kind of encountered and learned is really to trust your intuition. That you say this, check out this temple. You hear this, people say it a lot, trust your intuition. And like, I think it's something you can agree with conceptually, but knowing how to actually accomplish that feeling and know where your intuition is and how to trust that, that is the practice. That is the thing that takes more energy and time and experience. I went on a date with this guy who I thought was pretty cool, and we had like an amazing connection. But I found out later that he was dating someone else. He was lying to me, and I had something like a feeling that was just like wrong in my stomach that just kind of made me go like, there's something not right about this guy. And I should have listened to that more. Only upon reflection did I see all the signals and the signs. I just was kind of like googly eyed and kind of like head over heels over this person. So, like, it's not necessarily trusting your intuition, but it's knowing that you should trust your intuition and finding the means through which you can exercise, practice, and trust in your intuition, if that makes sense. Like, what are things that you can do where you can exercise your intuition? When you're in a rush leaving your home, if you have a feeling like you've forgotten something, maybe that's a good time to catch up with your intuition and say, hey, like, should I be grabbing something? A couple of days ago on a trip out to Chiang Rai, I had this like feeling like I should just grab some toilet paper, and it's like really random and weird to just think that, but I did anyways. I was like, maybe I need to blow my nose or something. And then within 30 minutes on the trip, I had to take a bathroom break. I went to the bathroom that they had there, and like there was no toilet paper. And I said to myself, thank God that you listen to your intuition, because instead you have toilet paper and you can poop. So isn't that great? The next thing that I've learned is like learning how to kind of trust yourself when you're alone in a way where you can not feel like FOMO. I guess that's it. It's like not feeling FOMO and really taking space for yourself, whatever your needs are. So it's great to go out on adventures, and sure, it's nice to do it every single day, but sometimes you just don't have the energy. And I think people suffer from this in social media, the amount of FOMO that they have, and they feel like upset because they're not doing things just the way that other people are sharing. So like, take some space for yourself, listen to what you need, and do that. Like, practice taking more self-care. And so I learned this from Trans Lifeline. It's like overextend your self-care, because you chronically, I mean, at least I see this in a lot of people, I don't know about you, but chronically like underestimate how much self-care you need until it's too late. And that's like the magic of self-care, or like the danger of not doing enough. The magic of self-care is that it can really regenerate you, and the danger of not enough self-care is that you'll suddenly capitulate, and then you're going to have a lot of issues. I think I'm approaching the main street, and I don't want to go down there, so we're going to turn around. So that's probably a really big one. And then I think like the third one is really just this process of transformation and catalyzation. where you like there's this thing where you can feel uncertain, things are unclear. Like, where in your life do you feel unclear and uncertain, right? This is an area where you're going to be going through a process. There's this moment where you have this lack of clarity, you're kind of open-ended, and then suddenly things kind of collide. And for me, coming out on this trip, I've been like not sure where I'm going to live. Do I just keep floating around? Where's my soulmate? Is he in Thailand? Is he in Paris? Is he in Berlin? Like, where is he at? Is he in Los Angeles? Like, all these cities that I've been in the past 3 months, just kind of searching, seeing what's out there, and thinking to myself, well, like, I have the flexibility to live anywhere, so why don't I just keep living anywhere and seasonally adjust to the best location? But I had a talk with my psychic who said, it's time for you to like focus and stay in one location and plant seeds there. Doesn't mean that your soulmate's going to show up, but it's like now is the time to kind of focus on the next thing. So I'm going to be focusing on building a software company in Seattle, and I'm going to be going heads down on that and doing some dating. Maybe I'll find a partner, who knows? But like, to outsiders, this may look like, oh my God, Ashley's so spontaneous and she's making all these big life decisions. But I mean, I've been thinking about this the past year. Like, when I moved to America from Germany, I didn't feel settled yet. I didn't feel like I'd found my spot. I wasn't happy with Portland. I wasn't happy with the countryside in Washington. I didn't want to go back to San Francisco. I didn't want to go back to LA. So, I kind of asked myself, it's New York or it's Washington, or New York or it's Seattle, and I'd choose Seattle because it's closer. The West Coast is my home, and I can do that. Maybe I'll find a good partner out there. I feel like I get along well with engineers. So like, this process of kind of like open expansion, what does the universe have for me? And then allowing that moment for contraction and catalyzation of, this is exactly what you want. This is exactly what you need. This is the direction you should go. And this fluidity, I talk about this a lot, like formless form, formlessness to form, and then back again. How this is the process of transformation, creation, and how you take like your latent potential energy and then put it towards something. It's like expansion, contraction, the feminine, the masculine. The feminine is the expansion, the masculine is kind of like the contraction and the exactness, the preciseness. It's kind of like the magic that I think a lot of trans people exercise more as a muscle, because they've been in one paradigm and then they switch to the other, and such just like built within your system. I don't know if that makes sense, but I mean, my speaking, it's like I'm flowing, I'm ebbing, I'm going. Like, it's kind of like, oh, maybe I'm here, maybe I'm there, and then boom, right here, da 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 da. That's the masculine, feminine. It's the formlessness to the form. It's transformation. It's like shifting gears and like allowing yourself space. And this is really important, because I think a lot of people try to jump to conclusions of like, oh, like I should really be doing this. I'm feeling guilty for not doing that. I mean, I've spoken to a few of you, and a few of you are going through some big life changes. And I don't know if you're feeling like this, but if you feel lost, do you feel like you should have clarity? Do you feel like you should have certainty in some of the things that feel a little bit slippery or kind of open-ended right now? Like, life is a process, and wherever you're at right now, like, you're going to go from this formlessness to this form, but you have to have faith that you're going to get there, because if you try to force yourself out of it, you may prematurely leave the space that would take you to that ultimate realization, that ultimate crystallization of like what you need to learn, that kind of thing. So, take this as like faith and heed of faith that like you're going on the right path, you're going the right way. Like, this is where you should be going. There's a person sleeping right there. And like, that's kind of where I'm at. Like, I'm trusting this process. I'm in Thailand right now. I'm moving to Seattle. Gonna be shopping for apartments next week. Be starting a new life. And I hope to bring you along with me. So I'm at my apartment now. This is my view in Chiang Mai. temple over there. Isn't it cool? Thank you, Maya, for sponsoring me. If you'd like to sponsor me, please consider joining. Like this video, share it with your friends. Leave me a comment down below on what your thoughts are, what transformation you're going through, and I'll see you in another episode soon. Thank you. I'm Ashley Adamson. Bye.